Hey guys, how's it going? This is Illusions TV, and I'm going to be showing you how to make the perfect background easily in any type of Photoshop. Now first what we're going to do is we're going to open up our Photoshop and we're going to go to File, New, and then make sure that your pixel, this is set on pixels, not inches. Then you want to type in your width, and that will be, well for me, this is your screen resolution, so mine is 1366 by 768. And then make sure your background can be white or transparent, but I prefer to go with transparent. Okay, and then okay. Now make sure, a little tip that you guys can see here is if you click this little arrow here, it can switch them. And I don't know what that does, but this switches them from black and white. So if you click Alt and Backspace, it will make this white. If you click that, it will switch the foreground color, right, to black, and then click Alt and Backspace, and it makes it black. Now today we're going to be working with black, okay? And then just make this foreground, and then make another layer called, I would just say colors, okay? Now this is a type of like thunderstorm looking type of cloud. It's more clouds, okay? And you want to name this colors, and then you want it to go ahead and go to your brush tool. So that's down here. And then make sure that you have a feathered one. So by feathered, now, I mean, I've watched tutorials where people say, hey, get a feathered brush, right? I don't know what that means. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drag the hardness all the way down to 0. And we're going to drag the size all the way up to about 800 or 780 or something around that area. You don't want it too big because it will look a little weird. So actually for this, we can do, we'll do 750. Alright, now depending on what color you want your clouds to be, or your, I would just say sky, that's up to you. So today for this video, I guess we'll do it like a nice baby blue kind of color. I guess we can go right. That looks fine with me. Alright, so now you're gonna go, you can go, I would say one in here and one over there, and it all really varies between, you know, where you do it, or where you, it doesn't really matter. Alright, and make a new layer after that, and then just make it clouds. And then now what you want to do is go to Filter, Render, Clouds, and then select Clouds. Now that you see you have these clouds, right, and then you go to this little thing here where it says Normal, and then go to Divide, and now you see that it has a nice little dark. Think of it this way: thunderstorm just ended, and it's just getting light, right? And now you can fix that to any type of opacity that you'd like. And I apologize for the lag and the bad render. I don't have a good computer, but we'll just bring it to any liking that you want. And I mean, I guess I'm just gonna go with this, right? And then you guys can end up, you guys can do whatever you want. So we'll make another layer here, and we'll name it border, and then we can, oh, I know what that does. This little button here makes it black. Okay, so I want to make the border, so we'll do Control A, and this will select it all, and then go to Edit, Stroke, and then you can make a stroke which will be, I'd say 3 pixels, and we can make it, let's make it a bit of a gray. Looks fine with me. Alright, so now that you have some type of background to work with, you guys can edit it all and do whatever you like with it. You guys can even fool around with the settings. That looks kind of like weird looking. That looks pretty cool. It all really depends on what you really like. Wow, that actually looks really cool. You know, it all depends on what you guys are into and what kind of look you guys are looking for. So feel free to mess around with it, and yeah. And now that I have actually messed around with it, I actually prefer, what was it? I can't even find it now. But yeah, you guys can find a pretty good looking background and, you know, mess around with it. Let's just go back with divide. All right. So now that you have your bit of a border and all that stuff, you can take some text. And I shouldn't have done that on clouds. I should have done that. No, it doesn't matter. All right. You can edit this text to say whatever you'd like. So for us, we'll do illusions. Or you can just do sample text here. Right, and this is one of my favorite fonts, Birth of Hero. Okay, and then select all this. Right, and then after that's done, you can just add like a stroke to it or something to make it a little nicer. Add a gradient or something like that. So now that you have the strokes, I find that strokes always make things look better. Always. So now that you have somewhat of a background, you guys can just position it to the middle. And it doesn't really matter. Alright? So, point is, you have your nice background, and then go ahead and save it. And then save it as a PSD first in case you ever want to edit it later. And then you can do PNG or JPEG. We're just going to go with JPEG for now. And then tutorial. Always maximum. Now if you're dealing with like file spaces and whatnot, in other words, you want to upload it to a website and you have to have a certain file size, then definitely go with, you know, one in between. It's just gonna take long. Okay. Okay. It wants to take its sweet time because my computer is wonderful like that. But as you see, right? Obviously your taskbar is going to cover the bottom bit of it, but that's why I've actually moved my taskbar up here, is to get, you know, eliminate that that problem. And you know, you can see that it does look pretty nice. The problem is sometimes I've made backgrounds where the text looks distorted and it just doesn't look really that good. Now, I mean, in general, or sorry, um, my computer's graphics doesn't look that good anyways. So yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope that helped you and hope that got you somewhat started in making somewhat of a background. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to like this video. And yeah, thanks a lot. See you later.